Of all the things that you could do to lower blood pressure, this one is the biggest, and it's exercise. And many people just overthink it, so we're going to make it very simple. Should you do HIIT training or should you do steady state cardio? And I'm going to define the terms so that we understand what we're talking about. Steady state cardio is where you will increase your exercise up to a certain level and you will keep it that way. So let's say you're walking. You would walk at the same speed the entire time you do the workout. Or let's say you're riding a bicycle, or you're rowing, or you're swimming. You would swim or ride a bicycle at the same speed and continue that. That's called steady state cardio. That's the traditional type of exercise we think of when it comes to exercising for your blood pressure. But there have been studies that have shown that certain other types of exercise might be more beneficial. There's HIIT training. Now HIIT, H-I-I-T, stands for high intensity interval training. That is where you might, let's say, be walking and then you will sprint as fast as you possibly can. You will run as hard as you possibly can, maybe for 30 seconds up to a minute, just to the point where it's like you're running from a tiger. And then you will stop after a minute and then just walk. As you catch your breath, then acting as if you're running away from a tiger, you will sprint and run as fast as humanly possible for another minute. There's another type of exercise that has been shown to work extremely well called isometric training. This is where you'll sometimes see people doing a wall squat or a plank or even just squeezing and holding that position for about 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and so forth. So let's assume a person is 280 pounds, they have extremely high blood pressure, they have type 2 diabetes, insulin resistant, their cholesterol is through the roof, and they have chronic kidney disease, maybe stage 3 or stage 4. How can we use exercise to lower that person's blood pressure? This is a case where isometric exercise might be the best solution for that particular person because number one, it's simple to do. Number two, it's not super strenuous on the heart, and that's important. So they're getting some form of exercise, but they're not overdoing it where it's dangerous. So this is a case where you could take anything. I'm just taking a Lysol can, and you would just squeeze that Lysol can as hard as you can for maybe 15 seconds, and then relax. Maybe use the other hand if your arm gets tired, and squeeze that can as hard as you possibly can, and then relax, and then alternate back and forth. Isometric exercise can, over time, lower blood pressure pretty significantly. But let's now discuss the high-intensity interval training. The difficulty with high-intensity interval training is that most people are not in good enough shape to really do high intensity. What most people are doing when they do high intensity interval training is they're actually doing just called interval training, meaning they're going a little harder and then they're relaxing because they can't maintain that steady state. So in this particular case, let's say a person is walking. What you will do is you'll be walking along at a reasonable pace. Then you will try to walk a little bit faster, acting as if someone's chasing you, but you don't want to run. The problem with running is many people are just out of shape, or their joints don't work well, or they're too old to be running, that type of thing. But you can walk a little bit faster. So you would walk faster, all of a sudden you're breathing a little bit heavier, your pulse rate is going, your heart is working harder, and then after about a minute you would relax, slow down, and walk at a reasonable pace after that. So now we jump into the steady state cardio. Steady state cardio is something where you start exercising, you build up to an exertion level where you can maintain it for a period of time, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a half an hour, an hour. So a good rule of thumb is to exercise at a level where your heart rate is approximately 180 minus your age. So if you are 50 years old, 180 minus your age would be 130. Doesn't matter, by the way, whether you're walking, running, swimming, cycling, rowing, on a treadmill. Your heart doesn't care what the activity is. So you can pick an activity that you like. And for most people, walking is free. Where I live in Southern California, it's always sunny, 72, light winds from the west. That's our weather the majority of the time. You're walking and you want to get your heart rate up to a level where it's 180 minus your age. So if you're 50, it'd be 130. If you're 60, it would be 120. That's a good rule of thumb. That would be considered steady state cardio. And that's the gold standard to help your cardiovascular fitness so that as a result, your blood pressure goes down. Do you know how freaking hard it is to get 400 milligrams of magnesium per day? It's like 2.5 ounces of pumpkin seeds,
3 1/3 cups of black beans,
4 cups of edamame, which is about 5 of these bags, 5 ounces of almonds, 3 cups of spinach. Men require 400 to 420 milligrams per day, and women require 310 to 320 milligrams per day. Bloody amazing! So I take 2 of these bad boys every single night. It helps sleep, headaches, muscle pain, and blood pressure. The great thing about this company is they offer a 365-day money-back guarantee, and because you're such an awesome person for watching this video, you personally get a discount. Just hit the link down below in the description. Down there. Down there. You got it. There you go. See, I knew I loved you. You're the best. Bloody amazing. Bloody amazing. That's my English accent. Bloody amazing. Amazing de bloody. That's kind of my French accent. Amaziano. That's my Italian. Far out. Bloody amazing. That's my Spicoli. Southern California. That's how we all talk.